Hey, welcome to Digging into the Bible. My name is Jim Barnard. This is a production of Tiller Coaching. All right, well, what up? It is day 13, a baker's dozen. Glad you can join me. We are digging in today at the start of Matthew 6. We are still in the Sermon on the Mount. Today, Jesus is going to be calling out the hypocrites and sharing his disdain for hypocritical action. But before we dig in, I just think it's important probably to put some definition to this word hypocrite. The original definition means to put on a mask, the same way an actor would. Isn't it funny that we tend to applaud actors who just play their roles with so much authenticity when they're not being authentic in the least? They are not being themselves at all. They are being someone completely different. Give that man an Oscar. No, they might be doing it well or effectively or with passion, but they are not being authentic. They are truly being a hypocrite. And so with that being the backdrop, I want to dig in here and give Adam Sandler a shout out at the same time, because he plays the same authentic self every single movie. So shout out to Adam Sandler. All right. Sorry. Let's dig into Matthew chapter 6, starting at verse 1. Beware of practicing your righteousness before other people, in order to be seen by them, for then you will have no reward from your Father who is in heaven. Thus, when you give to the needy, sound no trumpet before you, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may be praised by others. Truly I say to you, they have received their reward. But when you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving may be in secret. And your Father, who sees in secret, will reward you. And when you pray, you must not be like the hypocrites, for they love to stand and pray in the synagogues and at the street corners, that they may be seen by others. Truly, I say to you, they have received their reward. But when you pray, go into your room and shut the door, and pray to your Father who is in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you. And when you pray, do not heap up empty phrases as the Gentiles do, for they think that they will be heard for their many words. Do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask him. Pray then like this: Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as also we have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For if you forgive your trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you do not forgive others their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. And here we find the Lord's Prayer, which is such a great example of a prayer. I honestly love it so much. It's this 17-second prayer that is so powerful and concise, and we'd love to recite it because it's good. But I just have to point it out here. If you routinely are saying this prayer over and over again with roteness, and there's nothing wrong with this prayer, but is it authentic? Are you just saying your lines? Are you just trying to get through the scene? Or are those your real words? Are those your real thoughts? Is that what is coming from your soul? I don't want to get too lost in that, but I think it's important. Jesus is really calling out us getting off of the stage. Jesus is saying that the only way to be authentic in our spiritual life is to do it in secret, which means getting off the stage. Whether that's the street corner or the synagogue or wherever, the stage is not where we belong, spiritually speaking. And I just want to toss this out here. Can I tell you the difference between an actor and a disciple? An actor doesn't act without a crowd. A true disciple knows his crowd is of one. There's a big difference between having a big crowd and a crowd of one. There is no applause when it's a crowd of one. There is no accolades. There is no actor. It is you with an opportunity to be fully authentic. When we are able to practice our righteousness in secret where our Father is, it is absolutely perfect. You're allowed to be completely imperfect. There is no pressure. You can be fully authentic, fully you, sharing all of you. And that's what it's really about. And so as we wrap up, Jesus is going to continue to talk about hypocriticalness tomorrow. And I just think it's so important for us to know that the real us is what Jesus really loves. And so I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you listening. I will see you tomorrow.